If you have a dream of where you're going, you don't look at, I don't have the resources to get there. None of us do, man. So you start building the resources in order to build the dream. You build the hammer and you build the nails with which you're going to build the house. If you sit there and say, well, I can't build a house because there ain't no hardware store nearby, you don't want a house very bad. So it's not a lack of resources, it's a lack of courage.
We're going to have wins, we're going to have losses. We're going to have successes, we're going to have failures. We're going to have good nights, we're going to have bad nights. We're going to have good relationships, we're going to have bad relationships. We're going to have good ideas and bad ideas. We're going to make money, we're going to lose money. All these things are going to happen. And if you oscillate emotionally up and down drastically, it's going to be problematic. So finding a good, stable, centered way to be and look at the world and take everything that you see with a little bit of a grain of salt and don't get swayed too drastically in one direction or the other, you're going to be okay.
Since you play more, you learn many things. And one thing that I learned in a few years is like, enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment, live the moment, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
It's an old expression, but it makes sense because it doesn't mean that you can't be kind if you're strong, but it does mean you can't be strong if you're weak. If you're weak, you're fucked.
If you really want to avoid all the criticism, see, I welcome the fucking criticism. Because all that says is that, dude, you're doing something to impact their lives. They respond negatively because they've never done anything in their life. That's why they're a critic, never a player. Because they've never done anything, all they can do is cast votes and negativity to someone that has done it. Because they weren't man enough to ever do it in the first place. And if you really want to avoid all the critics in your life, then do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. And you'll never get their attention. But if you are something and you're doing something, you become something, guess what? You get their attention. And that pisses them off because they could never be what you are now. So the only thing they can do to make them feel good is try to bring you the fuck down. I say thank you for that. Thank you for acknowledging the fact that I'm doing something. Because I don't know who the fuck you are, but you seem to know who I am.
A lot of people won't even go down the path because they're afraid of that stuff happening when that stuff is going to happen. Like, you can't avoid it. You cannot avoid looking stupid. You cannot avoid being laughed at. You cannot avoid making mistakes. You cannot avoid your family making fun of you. You cannot avoid your friends deciding that you're a loser because you work all the time and won't go out and fucking party with them. You can't, avoid your girlfriend saying that you're a loser because you're not making any money, right? Like these are things that happen. That's a normal part of business. That's why you have to build yourself into someone who is resilient enough and mentally tough enough and has the fortitude and the grit and the belief and all of the things required to push through these difficult times that most people aren't even willing to go through. There is nobody that you look up to that became that person without a tremendous amount of hardship. There's nobody that you look up to that became a successful, inspiration to you without going through a lot of pain.
And the other thing that's so interesting is that you're all in. No matter what you do, you're all in.
So every decision you make in business, every call you have, whether you go to the gym or not, you need to put it through this paradigm, through this barometer. Does this decision, does this relationship I'm in, does this choice I'm making right now put me closer to becoming that man or woman or further away? Listen, you got to get a little bit more intense about your life, about your business. You got to stop being so dadgum casual. You got to get in the game. If you're going to play the game, let's play to win it. Let's play to max it out. Let's play to 10x it.
So we have to really understand that, bro, these people that you think are great aren't great because they're great. They're great because they went, and you're not great because you won't go. And dude, the things that you have to go through, those are all character building things. These are things that make us. Like every hardship that I have had to go through, everything that I've had to deal with, being broke multiple times, getting laughed at, getting made fun of, being told no a million times, being told I'm never gonna be able to do that, having nobody believe, all these fucking things, bro. I'm glad they happened to me because they made me who the fuck I am now. And you guys think I got some sort of superpower. I don't have a superpower, bro. I just show the fuck up every day and I don't let shit stop me. And that's that. And if you do the same, you're gonna become an inspiration to the people around you at whatever level you wanna take it to.
I think the more, at least for me, the more I've tried to create space between how I feel and what I do, the more consistent my outcomes have been. So if I need to create content and I'm not feeling it, or I'm feeling tired, or things like that, the more times I give into that excuse or that feeling, then the more superstitious I become about doing it in the future. Whereas a lot of times, if I can just start when I am tired or when something is painful and then still execute about the same as before, I look at game tape or I look at video or look at the content from those sessions, for example, and I see that I remember feeling terrible during the session, but you can't really see anything. And I think the more times you get that loop going, the more you can separate how you feel and what is required.
When you think of the stories and the people that inspire you, the reason they inspire you is because what they went through to get where they are, not because of just where they are. All right. And that's you too. You have the ability to make an incredible success story, but you're not making it because you're afraid of all these things that are going to happen no matter what happening. And that's making you freeze up. And bro, there's all these people that have all this potential to be successful, to contribute, to create, to build, that we don't even know what they were supposed to do on this earth because they were too afraid to go. Think of all the amazing ideas. Think of all the cures to disease. Think of all the inventions. Think of all the entertainment. Think of all the music and all of the art and all of the things that would have been created if the people were just courageous enough to go down the path, and they never did. We've lost more amazing things than we have available to us because of that fear over the course of human history.
And so the thing is people always fear being the new entrant. But when you have nothing to lose or you have nothing going for you, it also means you have nothing to lose. And that means that every position on the board always has an advantage, because anybody who has achieved this big thing that you have was also once a 22-year-old who had nothing going for them.
And you're at 0.
Right.
You can't get worse than this.
You have unlimited shots on goal. And so not taking the shot is like saying, life, I don't want to scratch off this lottery ticket, but the lottery ticket's free. Why would you not scratch it off and try it? And so first advantage is you've got energy. Next advantage is you have nothing to lose. Third is you also have time. And you have very low responsibilities. And so you have not only the ability to put all of yourself into something, you also have no circumstantial things that are preventing you.
So that's why I lied to people to tell them a different version of the truth. I had to make all those lies reality. I had to make them real. I had to become a real person. So that's when I put in my mind that I'm gonna go to the toughest military training on the planet. And where it has the most water, the thing I was scared of the most, I had to go back. So a lot of us run away from our fears. Sure. And we box ourselves in to a lifestyle of this is all we can do. Because I'm afraid of everything outside this box. Yeah. So I'm comfortable inside this box. I jumped the box.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
For the first time in my life, mentally, I jumped the box and said, hey, I got to come out here and play.
You're only going to get out of it what you put into it. But I would say fall in love with the work, right? Like I always say about the NBA, I've had teammates, and it's fine. Some guys be like, I don't watch basketball when I go home because I play too much. I don't know. I'd be like, listen, you think if somebody work on Wall Street, when they go on vacation, they not checking the stock exchange, you know? But to each his own, right? So if you fall in love with the work aspect of it, then the success and the accolades that come with it. But you gotta fall in love with the work. Don't just fall in love with the showers of people telling you how good and great you are at it. Like, if you fall in love with the work aspect of it, then everything else, I promise, will fall into place.
Winners focus on winning, and losers focus on winners. People who find themselves having losses, not reaching what they want to create in their life, it's because they focused on winners. They focused on throwing shade at other people. They focused on comparing themselves to other people. So comparison is the thief of joy. Winners continue to focus on winning.
And it's a race that started that first day when you were born to the last day of your life. And that race is to finally reach the ultimate version of you. You're chasing down the person you were born to be, that you were destined to be. And since that day started, the world, the people around you, are trying to get you to conform to average. They're trying to get you off that track to finally meet your twin someday, the best possible version of you. Every single day has to be a pursuit to get better, to improve, to grow.
Yeah. But there's also way more areas where there's no limits if you're willing to put in the time and, you know, basically do the fucking two things that need to happen, which is, one, you need to be able to learn from your mistakes the first time or the second time you make them, at the latest, ideally the first time. And second, you have to be able to go through and deal with all the shit and not quit. And if you could do those two things, you can improve your skill set and you could push down the path. It's impossible not to win over time. It might take somebody a little bit longer because they started in a little bit lower place, but that's reality. If you started out with nothing, guess what? you're going to have to go further. That's the reality. We can't artificially set the start point and the end point. That's not how it works. If you started off with not much, you're going to have to go further, and that's what you have to accept.
So never give up. Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. Keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship.
Everybody just wants to be comfortable. Everybody wants to sit on the couch. I don't want to go outside, it's cold. I don't want to do this, it's hot. Like, you've got to do things that you don't want to do because you show your body that your mind is the boss. Your mind is telling your body what to do, and then you have control.
Now, once you've decided on the discipline you're going to develop, the key is for you to launch strongly on your new discipline. Resolve to never allow an exception until it becomes permanent. If you fall off the wagon, immediately restate your affirmation as a command to yourself and begin trying it again. This is the only way you can develop the habit of discipline in that particular area. The best part of this process of developing disciplines is the direct relationship between self-discipline and persistence. The more you persist in any endeavor, the greater self-discipline and self-confidence you'll develop. It's been well said that persistence is self-discipline in action.
Get yourself disciplined. Well, why? Well, not so you're a slave, but so that you could be a master.
The most important question to ask is, what pain do you want in your life? What are you willing to struggle for? Anything worthwhile is going to require some degree of pain and struggle. So, if you're oriented toward the pain and the struggle, you're probably going to be more aligned with what you're capable of accomplishing rather than if you just orient toward the pleasures.
I don't want you to be a loser. I don't want you to be weak. See, I've spent most of my life helping people find their strength. This is where the action is, strength. And despite all of the things that we may disagree about, and all my friends who might say, Arnold, don't talk to those people, it's not worth it. I don't care what they say. I care about you. I think you're worth it. I know that nobody is perfect. I can tell this firsthand. And I can understand how people can fall into the trap of prejudice and hate. Whether you grow up surrounded by hate or get sucked into by some of big tech's algorithms that push you to the extreme, I can see how it can happen. I think all of us hold some prejudice. There's no two ways about that. And we have to fight it our whole lives.
If you think someone's ruined your life, you're right. It's you. And, gratitude is the cure for that. There's a great definition of entitlement, which is where you are now and where you want to be. If you want to do something about it, that's ambition. Where you are now, where you want to be, if you think that's someone else's problem, that's entitlement. And I think if we're honest, there's always a little bit of that going on. Like, there's a lot of people in my industry that would, their career isn't where they think it should be. And, I need to get a new agent. Really? You think that might be the problem?
The truth is, you must keep going. I repeat, keep going. Why? Because you deserve to see what happens when all your hard work pays off. Keep going because you're stronger than you think. Keep going because each step forward brings you one step closer to your goals. Keep going because the best is yet to come. You need to understand, you can't win all the time. And unless you lose, you haven't even tried. And if you fail, at least you'll fail falling forwards. For life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Things happen that you don't expect, that you could never have expected. So don't get too confident, even arrogant when you succeed, when you win and you're on a high. Equally important, you mustn't allow yourself to get down when you lose or fail.
Sometimes 4 years of college and a degree is part of your path to get where you're going, if for no other reason, to teach you discipline. I have to study. I have to do finals. I can't go to that party. I can't go to there. I can't do that because I'm having a hard time in chemistry. It doesn't come easy. And so I've got to discipline myself, and I have to sit down and I have to spend this evening studying so I can pass that test tomorrow while all my friends are out partying and having fun. You got to have some personal discipline. You got to have personal discipline in work.
But some of the greatest successes definitely came from failures and definitely came from pain. I do believe we have to put suffering to work. So whatever you suffered through, whether it's building a great product, you suffered through personal circumstances that were incredibly difficult, or you suffered through working too hard and the circumstances were too unfair, but somehow you still got up the next day and kept going. You have to be able to get energy from pain. And I really mean that. It's like even people that have been fired or let down, or the economy didn't work out the way they thought it would, and that company was a rising star on Friday, but by next Tuesday it wasn't anymore. Get back up, get out, and get on with it. And that's it. It's got to come from inside you.
And what I didn't understand, by being determined to chase something, by being committed to it, and what commitment is staying true to what you said you were going to do long after the mood that you have set it in has left. You see, people think commitment is saying, yes, I'll do it on the days when it feels good. But I have been committed to everything that I ever started in my life, and I never stopped and I never quit it. And so by being committed to everything that I started, I finished it. It built a certain type of spirit. It built a certain type of mentality. It built a certain type of individual. And so now I couldn't quit even if I wanted to. I couldn't lay in the bed even if I wanted to. I couldn't stop even if I wanted to. I had too much sweat equity in my life and everything that I was doing. I understood the process is more important than the product. It wasn't about the outcome for me. Whether I made it to the NFL or not, that was inconsequential in God's plan for my life. But I was going to fall in love with that process, because I understood by falling in love with that process, it was going to turn me into a machine.
But it's up to you to wipe the tears out your eyes and go get it. Because my motto when I was 7 years old is I believe. I got to Jackson State and I started saying I believe, and they thought it was something new. I've been believing for a long time, and I'm not going to ever stop. Now it's about time for you to look to that person next to you and say, I believe. I mean, you got to feel it. You got to embed it. You got to embody it. Don't just say it with your neck all slanted. You got to put your neck upright and say, I believe. I mean, I believe. That's right. Without a shadow of a doubt, you got to believe. You got to want it. Because everything you want is going to be something in front of it that's going to keep you away from it. So you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to roll your sleeves up. You're going to have to put Vaseline on your face, ladies. Take your earrings off. Take your lace front off, baby. You're going to have to go get it.
I firmly believe when you give everything you got to something, right? I'm talking about blood, sweat, and tears, everything you got to something, right? The peace in that is not the result or the reward. The peace is the fact that I gave everything I had to it because this is who I am. So now, even if it doesn't turn out the way I want it to, I didn't go to the NFL. That was a dream I had since I was 7. It didn't happen. But it was a certain level of peace that resided inside of me because I knew September 9th, 2006, my last tackle, I can honestly say with every fiber of my being, I gave everything I had to. And so if God said, ain't this your time? We done with it? All right, cool, what's next? But the pain and regret would be if I went to make that tackle, didn't give everything I had to it, I get injured, life has changed, and now I gotta carry a burden of, man, what if I gave everything I had to?
It takes time. It takes effort, it takes work, it takes overcoming your fear, it takes being brave, it takes being courageous. And at the end of the day, I've had an ulcer before as a kid, I've stressed, I've gone broke, I've been ridiculed, I felt bad about myself, I felt insecure. And at the end of the day, I would do it 1,000,000 times over. I get to be with you amazing people. And here's the thing I know, if I would have stayed and just went into a job and worked for someone else, even though I knew I had more to give the world, and I'm not saying a job is bad, I'm saying the wrong job, I still would have failed. I still would have felt like an imposter. I still would have been ridiculed. All those things still would have happened, but I would have had someone else with their foot on my head. So if somebody says to me, man, doing your own thing, going for that next level is scary. Yes, it's even scarier to think that I have to live by someone else's rules for the rest of my life. Think about what's scarier, trying and failing, or living by someone else's rules for the rest of your life.
And every day I wake up, I understand I got 2 children depending on me. I understand I got a wife depending on me. I understand I got a world that needs me. The reason I go at life with the passion and the zeal that I go at it with is because I understand every day of my life is somebody in the world that is dependent on me. It may not be you, and if it's just about you, you're in trouble, because I'm telling you, you're gonna hit something in life that's a lot tougher than you, and it's gonna test your will and it's gonna test your heart. And if it's just about you and if it's just about the product, it will crush you. Every day I get up, I understand it's somebody in the free world that's looking at me to see if I'm gonna keep going, and so I can't quit.
And this is what, I feel fulfills me, and I feel excited every single day to do it. And I feel sorry, for people that, especially people in leadership jobs that are checked out or they're not energetic about it. They don't have the passion in it, because they shouldn't be in it if they don't have the passion and the will, because then the people look up at the top and they're like, I don't want to be like that. or this isn't making me happy. This culture isn't lifting me to be the best version of myself.
Just remember, no matter how poorly you have performed, you're never hopeless. Keep going. Because the one thing you can be absolutely certain of is that the tables will turn. That's absolutely guaranteed. So in other words, if you're on a high, be humble. And if everything has gone wrong, be hopeful and keep going. Just remember, nothing ever stays the same. So the truth is, I repeat, you must keep going. The rewards will be there for you.
It's not what makes it hard is your lack of belief that it can happen for you. The fact of it is, though, it's very doable. See, but you got to change, though. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So if you're at a place in your life and you ain't happy with it, you have to change some things. But you have to make a conscientious decision that you're going to change. And it's not dependent on anybody else. It don't matter what your mama think. It don't matter what your coworkers think. It don't matter what your siblings think. It don't matter what your children think. It don't matter.
Everything worthwhile is uphill. And today's word is uphill. You see, every dream that you've ever had, it's all uphill. If you have a great relationship with somebody, you had to work on it. It's uphill. If you've built a wonderful business, guess what? It was uphill. If you've made the right decisions, they're not easy, are they? It's uphill. And the only way that you can go uphill is to be intentional. Nobody ever accidentally went uphill. You've never talked to a successful person and said, how did you get to the top of the mountain? And then look at you and say, I have no idea. If they're at the top of the mountain, they know how they got there because they had to have effort. It took energy. It took time. Everything worthwhile is uphill. For the things that you cherish, the things that you value, the things that you want to possess, they're all uphill.
You know, the war that you have to really fight is the war against yourself. You have to fight the war against yourself. And it's not easy to look in the mirror and to change your own life. It's hard as hell. You have to take responsibility. You have to learn new things. You have to feel uncomfortable.
There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And there's no problems, only solutions. So to me, what failure is the mother of all success. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan getting cut from his 9th grade basketball team, he wouldn't have became Michael Jordan.
I like to see people do well. And I've been around a while. I know what it takes to do what you do. And I know that things don't just happen. It's not just luck. That you have to create that luck. You have to will it into existence. And I want you to know that I am always rooting for you. I'm rooting for all of you. The better you do in life and in your work, the better every studio does, the better every film does, the better we all do. The better it is for everyone.
The other path is easy, much easier. You don't have to change anything. Everything in your life that you aren't happy about can be someone else's fault. You can keep fueling yourself on that sugar high of hate. But the end of that road isn't pretty. I've seen it with my own eyes. You will end up broken, searching for ways to numb your pain and your misery. See, I don't want you to go through all of that. It's unnecessary. So, the bottom line is, I don't care how many hateful things you may have written online, or what hateful things you may have said in anger. There's still hope for you. There's still time for you. Choose strength. Choose life. Conquer your mind. You can do it.
See, if you're always winning, then you don't really understand what it is to win. You got to take those losses. You got to take those hits. There's got to be the valleys, the peaks, the ups, the downs. In order for you to, when it does happen, you go, wow, this is what it's all about. And not only that, it's never about making it, guys. It's always about maintaining it. That's the toughest part. So to anybody here that feels that they left losing something, no, all you did was gain. And not only did you gain, understand, they say that to be wise is to know what you don't know. So therefore, coming here and not knowing certain things that maybe didn't lead you to the prize, but in the grand scheme of things, 10 years from now, God knows what the grand prize may be, 3 to 5 years from now.
I hope that each and every one of you, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I'm not here to sell you but yourself. I don't want you to buy my book. I don't care. I mean this. I have not posted for 6 months. Is David dead? Is David? No, David's fine. David is doing his job. That said, find the ability within yourself to be the best person you can be. And And I mean this. It's gonna look ugly. It's gonna look nasty. Being a leader sucks. Everybody looks to you when it's cold, when it's hot, when it's miserable, when the family's f***ed up. And you have to be a pillar at all times. You have to be the person that's able to take all the hits from social media on. So what it comes with that is an attitude. And you better develop this attitude, because I'm always ready to take your motherfucking ass to war. It's a savage mentality, a misunderstood mentality of what we have to be in life. When we come from nothing, you got to create the baddest motherfucker that ever lived.